president may have managed to distract attention from his failures so far on health care and the conservative blowback he may not have expected for his bullying of Jeff Sessions by announcing a major policy decision about transgender troops via Twitter. Today, to reassure those 15,000 known transgender troops who are left with no guidance about their own future service, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs had to step in, General Joseph Dunford, sending a public message to all service members that there will be no change in their status until they get clarification. New York's Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand serves on the Armed Services Committee. Thank you very much for standing by for us today. Senator, this was done on Twitter with no clear plan, with no consultation that we can tell with the generals. Apparently, General Mattis, who's on vacation, was informed. But this is a major policy decision just reached in some sort of ad hoc way. We don't know whether it was for political reasons, to try to reach out to the base after blowback over Sessions. I mean, what do you think is going on here, and what is the impact on all of these people?
Well, the impact is it's harmful. It's going to make our military less strong. It is not going to help military readiness. What's so shocking about this, Andrea, is these are men and women who put on their uniforms in the morning, report to duty, and find out via Twitter that their commander-in-chief doesn't have a role for them in the military. It's outrageous. And these thousands of men and women are serving in all capacities, so you're really undermining military readiness. It disregards them, it disrespects them. I think it's unpatriotic, and I think it actually harms our military readiness and national security.
And this contradicts also the president's then candidate Trump's assurances during the campaign, saying that he would be better than Hillary Clinton for LGBTQ people.
Well, Andrew, you know, I worked so hard with others on repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I mean, this is just an extension of that kind of discrimination. These are men and women who will sacrifice their lives for this country, and the commander-in-chief is disregarding that. It makes no sense. It's so discriminatory, and it's so toxic, and Congress needs to push back. I am going to work really hard on a piece of legislation to ensure that the president does not do this to our troops who are serving bravely and with enormous respect and credibility. It's horrible what he's done.
Now, there does seem to be bipartisan support, to say the least. John McCain, the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, Senator Hatch, and others. So it would seem that, is there a path where Congress legislatively can try to draw the line on this change?
Well, of course there's a path. As we repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I will work hard to make sure this doesn't become the policy of the U.S. military. It harms our troops, it harms our national defense, it harms military readiness. I can't think of something worse to do right now.
Now, the Justice Department has also just intervened with a brief in a New York case. It's the first time we've seen this, but a very aggressive stance by the Justice Department against all gay people. What are you reading from this in terms of the social issues and how the administration is handling it?
Well, this is one of the reasons why I opposed Jeff Sessions in the first place, because he does not share my values. And to discriminate people in the workplace, again, antithetical to our core American values. I think it's a huge problem, and I'm going to push back on this effort by the Justice Department to target LGBT Americans. It's wrong. It's morally wrong.
At the same time, there's an agreement now, Senate and House agreement, just has to be worked out in conference on those sanctions against Russia, Iran, and North Korea. The president, according to Scaramucci, is still considering a veto. This was passed overwhelmingly in both houses, 97-1 in the Senate, 419-3 in the House. What would be the point of vetoing something that would be overridden?
I don't know what the point would be to do that, Andrea. These sanctions are important. We need to hold Russia accountable for interfering with our election, as the national security analysts have told us. We have to hold North Korea accountable for their missile tests, for their threats to harm America. We have to hold Iran accountable for their missile tests, for their investment in terrorism. That's what we have to do. And if we're unwilling to hold these countries accountable, then we're not keeping America safe. So I don't know why the president would ever consider vetoing something where we will override his veto. Congress has a vast majority supporting these bills. Only a handful of people have voted against them. So we are going to override that veto.
Well, Vladimir Putin has spoken out very strongly against this. Could that be part of the calculus?
You can ask the president, Andrea.
I certainly would if I had the opportunity. Thank you very much, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.